missile Ukraine is using to destroy Russia's tanks. The United Kingdom, Luxembourg, the United States, and Estonia supplied around 17,000 anti-tank weapons to Ukraine in order to increase its defense against the Russian attacks. In this video, we'll deep dive into the efficiencies of NLAW missiles. The NLAW and Javelin are some of the most advanced anti-tank missiles, yet they are one shot, one kill, because the tube becomes disposable when the missile leaves the weapon. You are going to want to stay till the end of the video, as we're telling you how NLAW will help Ukraine in a war against Russia. Anti-tank missiles. An anti-tank missile is portable weaponry that is specifically designed to obliterate battle tanks. These weapons are more heavily armored than other types of armored vehicles such as personnel carriers. Russia has deployed main battle tanks that have a modern and advanced armor technology that includes explosive reactive armor, or ERA. The tank's armor explodes outwards when a missile impacts it. This diverts the blast and causes less damage. Explosive reactive armor doesn't protect against the Ukrainian fighters that use modern anti-tank missiles. The NLAW and Javelin missiles hit the tank from the top, where the armor is thinnest. This either destroys the tank or injures the crew inside. These missiles can be effective using direct fire mode against vehicles that do not have strong armor, such as personnel carriers, buildings, or low-flying choppers. This makes it a highly explosive and flexible weapon for opposing forces. The best quality of an anti-tank missile is its range and ease of use. Their weight depends on the model of the anti-tank missile. Mostly, they are very lightweight, of 10 to 25 kilograms, and can be used by a single soldier with minimal training to handle. Due to the size and mobility of these missiles, they are difficult to detect. Have you ever wondered about the abilities of NLAW and how it gives tanks no place to hide? The conventional anti-tank missile requires a first gain altitude before it launches an attack. On the contrary, NLAW has an overfly attack function that can be utilized at a range of 20 meters, making it exceptional in short range and in situations where the tank is undercover. This missile flies around a meter on top of the tank and attacks directly on the roof. These missiles can also be operative in conditions when only a part of the tank is visible to the operator. The NLAW hunts down the tanks and turns the tables in war, as it is man-portable and flexible. It demolishes the tank regardless of its position, and it can be fired from within a building, from behind a tree, or from within a ditch. Moreover, in addition to the NLAW power to stop a tank, it is also effective against soft targets like trucks, buses, cars, and helicopters using direct attack mode. Let's horn in on the fire and forget system in NLAW that helps the soldier to relocate after firing. The projectile, once locked and fired, guides itself onto the target. It can also be done using infrared technology such as in Javelin. The distance to the target and the target's speed is calculated to successfully guide the projectile to the predicted location. By using this, a single soldier can sniper a tank at a range. NLAWs have a range of up to 1 kilometer, which is less than Javelin's range, which is 4.5 kilometers. The range also affects the cost of these missiles, as a single Javelin costs about $80,000. Even a minor blow of NLAW is enough to dismantle the tank, if not fully destroy it. Thus, anti-tank missiles have a crucial role against the Russian armored vehicles, as they are difficult to detect. Effective strategy. It does not seem like Russia is relying on man-portable anti-tank weaponry to the same extent as Ukraine. It is currently drawing on a vast arsenal of tanks and aviation assets, such as attack helicopters, for its anti-tank capability. The reason for this is unknown, but it may be due to Ukraine carefully protecting its limited tank arsenal. However, this may not be the case in the long run, as Russia does not have any anti-tank missiles of its own. Sources indicated that the Russians have reportedly suffered heavy losses against anti-tank weaponry, and Russian soldiers are putting mesh screens and cages over their tanks in a useless effort to protect their lives. These are also termed as cope cages by social media. These cages would not fully protect the tank against the impact, but this shows that the Russian soldiers are terrified of the threat of these missiles. It appears that NLAW has allowed the Ukraine army to bog down and stall the Russian advance. If you have reached this far in the video, we would like to thank you. Be sure to subscribe to enjoy more content like this. Coming back to the video. Bazooka such as Panzerfaust and Piat were introduced in World War II. Since then, The short-range infantry anti-tank weapons have been proving their value by destroying armored vehicles to keep their distance. During the Cold War, anti-tank weapons such as RPG-7 and LAW were also used to defeat armored vehicles. NLAW has a better range and accuracy than the RPG or LAW-type weapons, but it still can't be compared to powerful anti-tank guided missiles, ATGMs, like the TOW, Javelin, or Cornet, as they can destroy main battle tanks of the enemy from miles away. The long range increases attack options and helps the anti-tank team to break contact with enemy forces and escape detection and retaliation after firing. Russia is using the non-contact warfare tactic that emphasizes destroying the enemy forces from long distances with artillery supported by drone surveillance assets, rather than attacking aggressively and pushing tanks and infantry forward to engage with direct fire. This tactic helps in the destruction of the enemy forces, as the targets simply can't shoot back at it. This is unfortunate for Ukraine, but they will try to use the terrain and concealment to evade long-distance fires and trap the Russian forces with equal odds. Ukraine consists of open plains that lack natural cover. NLAWs will aid the Ukrainian troops to defeat the Russian forces if they engage in relatively close quarters, urban or rural guerrilla warfare. The NLAW is helping the military of Ukraine to enhance its defense against the ongoing invasion of Russia. What is your evaluation on this? Be sure to watch our other video related to the US fighter jet Putin is scared. This, America's new Super F-15EX, is shocking Russia.